Welcome to your Astro Forecast for the week of May 13th. I'm Sarah Nicole. This is Twisted Goddess Tarot, and my mission is to help you navigate the cosmic energies with greater awareness. If you're watching right now, you're probably watching the replay. If that's the case, leave a comment so I can come back and say hi to you. If you're new here, we do this every Monday where I chat about what is happening in the skies to bring light to how the week's astrology may affect you. Of course, this is going to be at a collective level. How these astrological events affect you personally is going to depend on how it's interacting with your personal birth chart. All right, let's get started. So first today, Monday, May 13th, it's not a big shift, but it is worth mentioning that today Mercury is leaving its post-shadow retrograde zone. So Mercury has been direct since April 25th, meaning Mercury retrograde has been over since April 25th, and most of you felt that clarity return on that date. But if you are extra sensitive to the cosmic energies, or if you're Mercury ruled, which would make you a Gemini or a Virgo rising, you could have still felt a little foggy and a little bit inward during the post-retrograde phase. So that is over today. Also today, on Monday, May 13th, we have Uranus Cazimi at 23 degrees Taurus. So first, what in the world is a Cazimi? A Cazimi is a crucial moment during a planet's orbit when a planet forms an exact conjunction with the sun, initiating a new cycle. So the word Cazimi is derived from an Arabic phrase meaning in the heart of the sun. So this is when a planet is passing through the heart of the sun. The planet is said to be purified in the fire of the sun and is said to come out with greater clarity and with purpose. The moon gets a Cazimi every month, and we call that the new moon, right? We just don't call it the moon Cazimi. We call it a new moon. So you can think of a Cazimi as a new cycle for that planet. When Uranus specifically is Cazimi, which it is today, Monday, May 13th, there is change in the air. There's change in the air as the sun is kind of illuminating Uranus, the planet of unexpected change, of innovation, of liberation. And so it's illuminating what needs to be shaken up in our lives. So what you need to do today to kind of harness that power of the Cazimi is to be open to downloads about what you're ready to be liberated from. Now on Wednesday, May 15th, we have Goddess Asteroid Ceres stationing retrograde at 21 degrees Capricorn. So she's going to be retrograde back to 7 degrees of Capricorn, and she's going to be retrograde until August 26th. So we have about 3 months of Goddess Asteroid Ceres retrograde. Ceres is a retrograde that you definitely want to get to know better in general and in your own personal birth chart. She is the goddess of the harvest and the goddess of the physical world. She is Earth Mother. So since she is the goddess of the physical world, this includes your physical body. Okay, so creating a working relationship with Ceres in your natal chart and where she is currently transiting can really help you to create a better relationship with your body and with how you nourish your body. So a little personal share here to let you know just how impactful Ceres can really be. And she's not something that's going to show up in your birth chart when you just pull it up on a normal website or an app. She is something that you're going to have to actually go into additional settings and add into your birth chart because she is an asteroid. She's not one of the main planets that we look at. So a little personal share here. In my personal birth chart, Goddess Asteroid Ceres is in conjunction with Saturn, which is the planet of limitations and challenges, things that we have to overcome in our life. And she is also opposing Chiron, which is the wounded healer, showing our greatest wounds and traumas in my 4th house of home, family, and what is passed down generationally. So specifically from the mother's side, the 4th house. I have struggled with body dysmorphia and disordered eating for most of my life. And it's something that I've been able to trace back as being passed down on my mother's side. So Ceres can really help show you the root of the difficulties with nourishing your body, right? So as I just showed for my personal placement with Ceres in my chart. This year, her retrograde is in Capricorn. And remember that retrograde is the time to slow down. It's a time to review, to revisit, right? So remember that as we're talking about this. This is no different with any planet. That is what retrograde is meant for. It's a time to review, slow down, revisit, really go internally. So with Ceres, how we nourish our physical world, including our body, this year her retrograde is in Capricorn. So this retrograde, being in Capricorn, can bring up issues surrounding professionalism, or lack thereof, right? That's me. I'm like, I could never be professional. Our issues surrounding earning power, our issues surrounding imposter syndrome. That's going to be a big one for a lot of you watching this, because that is something that I've talked with a lot of you about. Deservingness, self-sufficiency, our ability to be self-sufficient and to take care of ourselves. Adulthood, retirement, future security, financial responsibility. These are all things that we could see this Ceres retrograde coming forth during this time. So this is a really great time to remind yourself that you are not, your worth is not based on your level of productivity. And it's also a really, really good time to seek balance in your work life versus your everything else life. And it's also a really good time to heal imposter syndrome. Okay, so that is Ceres retrograde. That's going to be a big one for the next 3 months. For me personally, it's one that it may not be big for you. It may not be something that you experience. Remember, this is on a collective level, but for me, that's a big one for me, because Ceres she plays a really big part in my personal chart, and she makes some pretty challenging aspects in my personal chart. So for me, her movements are something that I track. Also on Wednesday, May 15th, we have the first quarter moon at 25 degrees of Leo. Now, the first quarter moon occurs when the sun creates a square aspect to the waxing moon, while the energy of the moon is building, is growing. So this square aspect is something that really pushes us to action. A square aspect is similar to Mars energy, right? It's like take action energy. So this makes the themes of the first quarter moon surround focus, momentum, and facing your fears. It's about taking action. So when we talk about manifesting with the moon, we really only get 2 weeks of active manifestation time, from the new moon to the full moon. The other 2 weeks are the waning moon, when we're starting to release, we're starting to rest, we're starting to reflect, we're starting to realign before the energy starts building again. So the first quarter moon acts as a reminder that we are halfway through the active manifestation phase of the lunar cycle. And so it creates that tension to remind you that you set an intention at the new moon, and that your intention is not going to grow to fruition just because you set an intention. There's things you have to do as well, right? Manifestation isn't just saying the affirmations or setting the intention. We have to take the aligned action as well. So if you take the actions that are within your circle of control, the universe will conspire with you to take actions that are out of your circle of control. Also, if you like to charge crystals or make moon water under the moon, any crystals, water, or other spiritual tools that are charged under the first quarter moon will hold the energy of growth and of taking action. So you can make moon water any moon phase, not just full moon, and each moon phase holds different meaning. You can charge your crystals under any moon phase, not just the full moon, but it's going to hold different meaning that the meaning of the moon phase. I've shared a lot about that on Twisted Goddess Crystals. If you want to check out that page, I've shared a lot about the moon cycles. Also and charging her crystals with them. Also on Wednesday, May 15th, so we've got a busy day on Wednesday, May 15th. We have Mercury, the planet of the mind, moving into Taurus until June 3rd. Now, during this time, your mind may become more grounded, steady, stable, right? Taurus is the bull. It is fixed earth energy. It's not moving. It's grounded. It's steady. It's stable. So it's a really great time to think practically. During this time, the mind may slow down, which is a nice break from the impulsive thinking that we have had with the Aries Mercury transit that we're leaving now that Mercury is moving into Taurus. You are going to want to communicate a little bit slower, more deliberately, thinking things through before you say them. But one of the challenges of Mercury and Taurus is the tendency to close yourself off, to not share your thoughts openly. So while pausing before speaking is a really great trait, be mindful that your pauses don't run together into simply reclusing. Also on Saturday, May 18th. So on Saturday, May 18th, we have a big day as well. So this is a big week, a lot happening. We have Venus conjunct Uranus at 23 degrees Taurus. So this is really a day to get out of your comfort zone. Saturday, May 18th, Venus is the planet of love and beauty, and Uranus is the planet of unexpected change and innovation. So if you're single, this is a day to take a chance on someone you wouldn't normally. They may not be your type, but they may be just what you need. If you're in a relationship, try something new in your relationship that day to break free from the monotony. And then on Saturday, May 18th, we have Jupiter Cazimi at 28 degrees Taurus. Remember what we just talked about with what a Cazimi is, right? When we talked at the very beginning, when we talked about Uranus Cazimi happening on Monday. Now we have Jupiter Cazimi happening at 28 degrees Taurus, which means Jupiter is going to be passing through the heart of the sun, really getting illuminated, really coming out with greater strength, greater clarity, greater purpose. This is considered the luckiest day of the year. Not one of, but the luckiest day of the year. Jupiter Cazimi. It has been nicknamed the Day of Miracles. This is a day to carry your good luck crystals like jade or green aventurine, or spritz yourself with some good luck essential oils. There's a long list of essential oils you could use. You can Google and pick your favorite, or you can ask my friend Deb Gossett. I'm sure she'll be in the comments at some point, who is an essential oil expert. This is a day to speak positive affirmations, but remember that all the tools in the world can only go as far as your belief. Okay, so at the core, this day is a day to reignite your belief in yourself and your belief in your worthiness of blessings and abundance. So, luckiest day of the year this week. Yay! And then lastly, on Sunday, May 19th, we have Mars conjunct the North Node at 14 degrees Aries. So Mars is the planet of action, and the North Node is the point of your life's purpose or mission for your soul's evolution in this lifetime. When these two meet in the sky, Mars lends some serious energy to the North Node. Expect to be feeling like it's time to move forward towards your dreams and towards your highest calling. So that is exciting. This week is exciting. We have a lot of movement this week, a lot of really good, positive, like fresh energy coming through this week as well, which is nice considering we have had some shake up, kind of tumultuous energy, and so it's nice that things are kind of going through that heart of the sun and getting refreshed and coming out on the other side and starting a new cycle. So that's our Astro Forecast for the week. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you next week. So much love.